Hello, I'm Mike Schwager. I'm a publicist, writer, media interview trainer, and media consultant. I arrange media coverage for authors, nonprofit organizations, and companies, and sometimes for countries. I also help position books and organizations to put them in the most appealing light possible. I always tell the truth about my clients, and I always look for the most creative way to do it. My passion is to find the story in my client's repertoire of stories, even when my client may not have found it. My primary website is called MediaMavens.com, and at that site you will find examples of my work on behalf of a variety of clients and the testimonials of those who endorsed my work because, well, they were pleased with what I did for them. I'm always happy to get them, but what I'm focused on is to tell my client's story in a way that will capture the media's attention in the most positive and interesting manner possible. Now, the subject of values in public relations is a subject that doesn't often come up. Sadly, PR as a subject has taken nasty hits when it comes to other people's, especially journalists' perception of our profession. We've been called flacks, we've been called ambulance chasers, to name only a couple of diatribes in a much longer list. Many PR people are invisible when it comes to publicly taking a stand about their own values and what they believe in or don't believe in. They hold a position of seeming neutrality in this area. I believe that for me, the times we live in make it necessary to enunciate a basic personal and professional declaration of what I believe and what I value. For while I see myself as an advocate for my clients' core values and fundamental self-interests, as a citizen of my country and the world like yourself, I also see myself as an advocate of core values that guides the decisions I make about who I represent. Now, I believe that first, it is the public relations professional's responsibility to help the client anticipate problems in advance and counsel the client on how to deal with problems when they occur. Two, clients can make mistakes and should admit mistakes when they occur. Three, a good public relations professional must have the courage to follow his or her gut instincts and intuition as long as they are honest and sincere, even in the face of raising questions the client may find unappealing. Now, I've developed a list of value statements, and here they are. 1. Be open to representing clients which have services and products that minimally pose no hazards to public safety. Just as a potential client will investigate whether you as a public relations professional are right for them, you have every right to investigate whether they are right for you. 2. The world needs advocates who embrace the values of both the American Declaration of Independence and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Advocates who are willing to take a stand for the enrichment of life, and public relations advocates who represent clients that enhance the quality of life, clients that enrich the environment, human health and well-being, human rights and animal rights, clients that promote the advancement of human, economic, creative, and social potential, especially children's potential. Clients that advance human understanding, tolerance, and respect for the richness of and differences in cultures, religions, genders, races, ethnicities, and ideas. Clients who, if they advance technology, also advance the progress of the human heart. 3. Take a stand for the earth and the wholeness and intelligence of nature. Take a stand for the advancement of world culture while equally respecting the uniqueness and sacredness of every individual human being and the healthy, enriching uniqueness of regional and national cultures. 4. Be suspicious of any group, organization, or individual who believe they, he, or she have, quote, all the answers, unquote, or who wish to impose or project these answers onto others. Veer instead towards those who present creative solutions to specific problems and judge these solutions on the basis as to whether they expand human happiness and fulfillment. 5. Consider groups, organizations, or individuals who have creative or innovative ideas, services, or products that enrich human life, or that have winning ideas, services, or products that can help empower the poor or heal the sick. 6. Represent businesses that conduct themselves ethically, that deliver products or services that help and don't harm. that are businesses that invest in their people and contribute to the health and well-being of the communities in which they do business, and that are sensitive to the promotion of the human and civil rights of women and minorities, especially among their own employees and the customers they serve. I felt so strongly about these values in public relations that I also launched a web portal that reached out to everyone and dedicated it to everyone's spiritual human potential and humanitarian enrichment. It is called enrichment.com, and I invite you in a very warm and sincere way to visit it, and visit it often. Now, a little more about PR. In addition to being a publicist, I'm also a writer and a media interview trainer. As I train and prepare a person for appearing on a national television talk show, while I cannot teach a person how to be quote-unquote real, I can help facilitate a greater confidence about staying true to one's own core values. This is true for celebrities, company executives, nonprofit leaders and political candidates, anyone preparing for a media interview. Most media training workshops relate primarily to messaging. The better ones help participants identify and learn to communicate essential communications objectives clearly, effectively, and proactively. In my years of training executives about how to get their messages across, the one key area that has been more challenging to teach concerns presentational style, and more specifically, the likability factor. In training, I always aim to find the better angels of a person's nature, to provide the tips that help make that person more likable. Now, remember when I talked about the power and the impact of the wire services? There's another media format that can gain you great credibility and support, and that's the op-ed piece. An op-ed is an opinion editorial that appears on the editorial pages of a newspaper. It is often on the same page or opposite the newspaper's own editorials. I've helped conceive, write, and place dozens of op-eds for different clients. Once an editor agrees to publish the piece and it appears in a major newspaper, the client not only gains immediate credibility in the market the op-ed appears, but the reprint value of the op-ed, that is, sending copies of the piece to people and organizations you wish to persuade in your favor, has great power. In my years as a publicist for authors, nonprofit organizations, companies, and countries, I've utilized many tools to get my clients' messages to the media and to my clients' most important audiences. So please feel free to visit my website, MediaMavens.com, or visit my blog, PRStraightTalk.com, to read the articles I have written, such as Using Publicity as a Creative Marketing Tool, or The Art of Persuasive Pitching. I hope they will help you understand some of the tools of the trade in getting your message across. I should also add that if you have a speech you need help with, I can help you in this area, especially if you want to deliver a speech that will lift the spirit and inspire your audience. I can also be helpful in creating the positioning and writing copy for your website or blog. An important book I am now representing, called Born a Champion, The Master Strategy for Maximum Health and Lasting Success by Dr. David Yachter, has a website which features a YouTube presentation that I helped put together and web copy and a news release that I wrote for Dr. Yachter. To get a sense of my writing, feel free to visit this website, bornachampion.net. Now, if you would like a free consultation about your own situation and needs, you can reach me at mikemaven@comcast.net or give me a call at 954-423-4414. I'd be happy to chat with you, assess your situation, and determine if I can support you in your communications objectives. I really hope you found something in this little talk that may have been useful to you. It's been my great pleasure and honor to have spent this time with you, and I thank you for having taken the time to listen to me. To paraphrase a former client of mine, I will see you at the top.